What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sundown Audio unofficial YouTube channel, your home for all the behind the scenes footage from here at Sundown Audio. My name's Derek, and this is going to be another episode of Amp Test Tuesday. And as y'all can already see, here on the test bench today we have the SAX-125.4. So let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed, show it off to you. Then we're going to get it hooked up, get it run on the amp dyno. So we open the box. You got your decal. You get a decal in every product. We got our owner's manual. Got our nice foam packing. Let's pull this thing out of the bag and get a look at it. So there you go, guys, the SAX-125.4. This is a Class AB 4-channel amplifier. You got your nice RCA inputs. It does have signal pass-through, all your basic controls, gain, subsonic, high pass, low pass, adjustable crossover. These things can be run band pass using the high pass and subsonic filters. Let me grab a tape measure. So the case itself, it's going to measure about 17 inches long. If we go all the way down to the mounting feet, we're going to be about 18 3/8 counting the mounting feet. Grab the owner manual out here for you. Open this thing up. Let's see, here we go. The SAX 125.4 Class AB. So we are rated 125 watts by 4 at 4 ohm stereo, 200 watts by 4 at 2 ohm stereo, and 400 watts by 2 that is bridged into 4 ohm. Give me a second, let me get this amp hooked up. We're gonna run this thing on the amp dyno. All right, guys, here we go. We've got the SAX 125.4 wired up. We are running 2 of its channels in stereo mode. Get the camera all set up right here. So let's start off. We're gonna run certified, 2-channel, 4 ohms per channel. This will be stereo. And here we go. Alright, so we got 157 watts per channel, stereo, certified, 4 ohms, 14.7 volts. So I'm gonna run it again, same exact run. See if I can get those volts to come down a little bit. So this is another certified run, stereo, 4 ohms per channel. Looks like that's gonna be as low as I can get the voltage to go right now. 156 watts per channel, certified, 4 ohms, 14.6 volts. The amplifier is in stereo. So here we go again, certified, 2-channel, 2.7 ohms per channel. We are running the amplifier stereo for this run. So here we go, certified, 205 and 203 watts into each channel, stereo at 2.7 ohms, 14.5 volts. Alright, let's take it on down to 2 ohms per channel. So this is still a certified run. The amplifier is still wired in stereo. Oh. Here it goes, it's running. There we go. Looks like a little over 240 watts per channel, 248 into one, 244 into the other. That is certified run, 2 ohms per channel in stereo mode, 14.4 volts. Now, 2 ohm stereo, it is rated 200 watts per channel, and here we are getting a little over 240 watts per channel. So let's go ahead and back out of here. Take it down to uncertified. 2-channel mode, 4 ohms. We are still wired in stereo on the amplifier. And there we go. 157 watts per channel stereo, uncertified, 4 ohms, 14.5 volts. So let's drop it on down, 2.7 ohms. And it looks like that's it. So, uncertified, amplifier running stereo, about 215 watts per channel, 2.7 ohms, 14.4 volts. Let's back it up, take it all the way down to 2 ohms. This is its lowest rated impedance, 2 ohms per channel. Keep in mind, it is rated to do 200 watts per channel at 2 ohms. And this is going to be an uncertified run. And there we go. I think that's all it's going to squeeze out of it. So right around 260 watts per channel, uncertified, into 2 ohms, 14.5 volts. The amplifier is still wired in stereo. Here we go. Let's take it on down to dynamic. Dynamic run, 2-channel. We might as well go straight to 2 ohms for this one, since that's its lowest rated impedance. And it's running. Let's see what we can get. And that looks like it. So dynamic, the amplifier wired in stereo, looks like we're getting around 270 watts per channel at 2 ohms, 14.7 volts. Now I think this is a good time as any to drop that impedance on down. Let's go on down to 1.6. It is not rated to do this. I do not recommend you do this. But here we are, amplifier wired in stereo, dynamic run, 1.6 ohms per channel. It's running. Let's see what happens. And that's it. It's done with its run. Looks like a little over 300 watts per channel. 315 watts on channel 1, 303 watts on channel 2. That's a dynamic burst run at 1.6 ohms per channel. The amplifier is still wired in stereo. Remember, it is not rated to run this low. Alright, since we're gonna go a little out of spec with it, let's go ahead, uncertified, 2-channel. Take it down to below its rated impedance. We're gonna go to 1.6. And it's running. Let's see what it can do. So that's it. The amplifier is still wired in stereo, running 2 of its channels. Uncertified run, right around 300 watts per channel. Below rated impedance of 1.6 is what we're running it at. Remember, it is not rated to go any lower than 2 ohms. We're running it at 1.6. Don't try this at home. Alright guys, we have rewired our amplifier, the SAX-125.4. We are running it 2 channels bridged. So we have turned our 4-channel amplifier into a 2-channel. Let's get it down here on the amp dyno, get the camera set up real quick. Turn that light out so y'all can see. Alright, let's start with a certified run, 2-channel mode. Now that we're bridged into 2 channels, we're not rated to go any lower than 4 ohms. So rated power is 400 watts by 2 at 4 ohms. So let's go. Certified run, 4 ohms. Let's see what happens. And it looks like that's it, guys. We got 416 watts on channel 1 and 419 watts on channel 2. That is certified at 4 ohms. So let's back this thing up. Go down to an uncertified run, 2-channel mode. 4 ohms per channel, its lowest rated impedance. And here we go, it's running. So it looks like we got around 430 watts. So 427 watts on channel 1, 433 watts on channel 2. That is uncertified, 4 ohms, 14.3 volts. Let's back out of this again. Take it down to a dynamic run. So we're dynamic, stereo mode. Alright, this is a dynamic burst run, so it's doing short bursts of power. Our amplifier is bridged into 2 channels, and it looks like we're getting around 450 watts per channel, dynamic bursts into 4 ohm impedance. Now, it's not recommended to go below 4 ohms. But you know, we like to do some abuse tests here on the channel. Let's drop it on down a little bit. So this is going to be a dynamic burst run. Our amplifier is bridged into 2 channels. It is not ready to go lower than 4 ohms. We're going to take it on down to 2.7. So let's run it, see what happens here. That's it. Looks like that's all we're going to squeeze out of it. So our SAX-125.4 bridged into 2 channels, dynamic burst run, 2.7 ohms impedance, 537 watts per channel, over 1,000 watts. Tell me what you think about that in the comments, guys. Alright, so let's go back. I want to do one more test here. Uncertified, 2 channels. Our amplifier is bridged into 2-channel mode. We're going to take it below its rated impedance, drop down to 2.7. So this is like running this amplifier in stereo at 1.35 per channel. It is not rated to do this, but we're going to see what's going to happen. And the amp dyno is running. There we go. Uncertified power, running it right up to clipping. We got just over 500 watts per channel. Our SAX-125.4 is bridged into 2-channel mode. 502 watts on channel 1, 509 watts on channel 2, 2.7 ohms impedance, 14.5 volts. So there you go, guys. The Sundown Audio SAX-125.4 Class AB goodness, making more than rated power in every test on the amp dyno. Tell me what you think about that in the comments. If there's something you want to see me do differently here on the channel, let me know that in the comments. Something else you want to see, anything, tell me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Remember, if you like what we're doing here on the channel, click that thumbs up button, give us a like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, share this with all your friends. Till next time, guys. See y'all then.